Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Baby It's Cold Outside by Strosahl. So, this continues our December theme of doing kind of an advent up until the 25th, all of winter holiday themey. So, let's go over the rules for today's puzzle. They're pretty straightforward. So, we do have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules. So, in each row, each column, and each 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. We also have these thermometers in the grid. Let's just do a short one here. So the thermometers have a bulb end. That's the bulbous end here with the circle, and then a line coming out of it, a very thick line coming out of it. Imagine like an old mercury thermometer, right? Where there's the mercury pools in the bulb, and then as it rises in the thermometer, the temperature gets hotter. So just like that, our numbers have to get bigger as we move away from the bulb. So if this was, say, a 2, this needs to be bigger than 2. It does not have to be 3. It just has to be bigger than 2. So we go to, say, 4, and then we could end with a 5, for example, or end with a 6, however you want to do that. Just as long as they get bigger. We can't go 4, 3, because 3 is not bigger than 4. We have to keep getting bigger from the bulb end. All right, in addition to that, all of these letters that spell cold, they all do the same thing. You can consider them to be minimum cells. So whatever digit is in this cell, say a 3, it has to be smaller than all of the cells that share an edge. So these 4 surrounding cells. So the one above it, to its right, to its bottom, and to its left has to be bigger than whatever digit you place in here. And this has to be the smallest of all of those. All right, and that's it. Those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. All right, so a long thermal like this, it's often worth just penciling the options. One way I like to kind of show the best, quick way to pencil it is you kind of start from here and you think, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the minimum digit here is a 5 because if we do anything smaller, we'll run out of digits before we get down to the bulb as we try to get smaller and smaller. And so this is minimum 5. And of course, the biggest digit in the puzzle is 6. So this can only be a 5 or a 6. And then we just can work our way downward or work your way up. It's just going to be 2 digits each. So this is going to be 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, and then 5, 6. So we don't know exactly, like whatever digit's here, it could be any of these digits that's missing from this thermo. And it's going to end up here, obviously, because the row needs all digits. We don't know more than that. These have 3 each, and actually I think that penciling that will actually help quite a bit. So this is 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6. Notice how we always start with 1 and we end with the biggest being 6 as we kind of move up. And so notice how that does create a 1, 2, 3 triple in this box. So with that 1, 2, 3 triple, we can't have any more 1s, 2s, or 3s in the box. So this can't be 2 or 3. Forces this to be 4, and then working our way up, that makes that 5 and 6. That makes this a 5, which then works its way all the way down, 4, 3, 2, 1, which makes that a 3, and then this was missing a 6. Right, so now these 2 digits are a 1, 2 pair, but this has to be smaller than this. So this is the 1, that's the 2. Right, a 1 in here really just means this isn't 1, but we already knew that none of these cells were 1, so I wonder if that's at all interesting. Not entirely sure. I mean, obviously, like you can't put a 1 like here because this can't be smaller than 1 now. This can't be smaller than 1 now. So neither of these bulbs are 1. So where does the 1 go in the box, right? If this bulb isn't 1 and this bulb isn't 1 because they're next to this O, we're certainly not putting a 1 further along those thermometers. And so this is the only place for 1 in the box. And then now 1's in one of these 2. I don't know if I can do better than that. We do know that this cell is bigger than both of these. So it can't be a 2, because if it was a 2, it would force both of these to be a 1. So it's at least 3, can't be 4, so it's 3, 5, 6. This cannot be the 1. So 2, 3, 4. This is 4 or 6. This is 2 or 4. And then this is 3 or 5. Interesting, with the 3, 4, and 5 doing that. I don't really know what to do with that info. And then over here, this also is at least 2. But there's a lot of options there. Okay. I have a question. Where's 5 in this box? Neither of these tips are 5. And this bulb can't be a 5 because we'd have to go 5, 6, and then 7, which is too big. So none of these are 5, meaning the 5's in one of these two. If the 5 is in one of these two, whichever one it ends up in, the one next to it's bigger than it. So that puts the 6 here. The 6 is going to have to come after the 5. So 5, this is not 5 or 6. We already knew this wasn't 6 anyway, but it's only 2 or 4. Oopsie. Only 2 or 4. Because in the column we have 2, 4, 5 left. This cannot be a 2, because this bulb is not 1. Because it's next to the D and the L. So this cannot be the 2, because 2 would force this to be 1. So this being 4 or 5 means this has to be 5 or 6. Oh, but the 5s point down, telling us this is actually the 6. And then what's left in this column? A 2, 3, 5? We know this isn't the 2, because that can't be a 1. Up with 1s and all these. No, this one's not a 1. This one is actually minimum 2 now. What's the maximum? So what we want to think about is how these 3 cells are each bigger than the D, but we can't repeat digits because they're all in the same box. And so the biggest I could make these would be 4, 5, 6 with the 6 down here, obviously. It would actually resolve as 4, 5, 6, but that's not the important bit here. We don't know that they're 4, 5, 6, but what that does mean is that this has to be at most 3. So this is at most 3, and it can't be a 1, so it's only 2 or 3. If it was a 3, this would be 4, 5, 6. Oh, but this can't be the 6. Oh, well, actually, we can place the 6 in the box, and that's going to be helpful. 6 doesn't go here. We don't even need to use this 6, because 6 can't go anywhere except the end of a thermo. So this is our 6, and that makes this 4, 3, 2. And that makes this a 2, which is fine. That's not 3. That makes this a 5, 6. That makes this 3, 2. The last digit is a 4. Okay, this is all working. We have 1, 5, 6 here. This has to be the 1. Okay, and that's 5, 6. All right. This column finishes with a 3. Doesn't help the thermo at all. This column finishes with a 2. We have a 4, 5 pair here. What's this pair? 1, 3. So the 3 tells us that's 3. That's 1. This, we get snow in the corner. This is 4 or 5. Can't be a 5. So that's 4 or 5, 4. And then these 2 digits are going to be the 1 and 5. And we're done. Nice. Cool. Yeah, all of these letters were used at some point. They ended up being 1, 1, 1, 2, which isn't super surprising, except maybe they could have been 1, 1, 1, 1, maybe. Cool. Nice theme there, Scott. I enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed it as well. Let me know how you did. If you did enjoy this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.